Hello, Queens. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm gonna wait on you all to get into the class. There's my lighting. I'm like, what's going on with it? Hey, Queens, pour on in. I am early tonight because I wanted to make sure that I got this done. Um, Lately, it has been so hard for me to go live. So now that I have dream sleep and I'm on shift with her tonight, and sleeping, so I'm the only person watching her. So I thought I should go ahead and get this over with early before it's too late, and then I have to have you all waiting again. And I didn't like that. I hope all of you all are doing good. Um, I wanted to talk to you all so far about the class. How are you? Hey, Kiana, how are you? How are you all enjoying it? Hey, Latoya. Has the video so far been helpful to you that I have uploaded? Let me know. Because I'm thinking um, the way that I'm having it organized this works best, but let me know if you have any suggestions. Okay? All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about limiting beliefs, and we're going to be working hard on that subconscious mind. Okay? Because your subconscious mind, it's there for protection. It's there because these are things that have been taught to us and our inner child that actually still speaks to us as adults. Um, the best way I can put your subconscious mind is it has memory. Your brain has memory, of course, but your subconscious mind holds deeper memories. It holds your fears about things. It is the voice that talks to you and lets you know that we can't do this. You know what I mean? Um, that's pretty much how it works. And with your conscious mind, which is the frontal part, it's trying to move on. Like, you know how they tell you to do affirmations, to claim that it's already done, things that I tell you. This is what your conscious mind is trying to do. Meanwhile, it's battling your subconscious mind that's trying to hold you back. Not Your subconscious mind is not trying to hold you back because it wants to hurt you. It's trying to hold you back because it thinks it's protecting you for something. Does this make sense, ladies? Let me know if that makes sense. Um, so, for instance, if you are someone who, maybe are afraid to get into relationships because, you just don't really know why. Like maybe relationships don't last long for you, or, you know, you just, you get into them, you shy away from things. You don't really feel like you can completely open up in this relationship, things like that, things that typically are the problem when you're in a relationship. Like you have a lot of issues in the relationship and the other partner is affected by it. So if that is someone, and I'm just giving an example, but if that is you, your subconscious block may be something from maybe witnessing your parents fight all the time, or maybe witnessing your mom be married multiple times. Basically, so it's creating that in your life, in your adult life. So that is how the subconscious mind works. And I actually made this little blurb here. Hopefully you ladies can see it. I'm gonna come up a little closer. Um, with regular subconscious blocks that people have, like money blocks, you know, we talk about money blocks a lot. Hey, everybody, come on in. We talk about money blocks a lot. That's a big thing for most people, especially African American people. Most of us did not grow up with a silver spoon in our mouths because our parents had some type of struggle, not being able to get into certain schools or certain positions because of the colors of their skin. or our grandparents may have had this issue. So this has been like a generational curse. A lot of things that happen as African American people are generational curses. Um, and literally, it's the saddest thing because some of us, a lot of us, are trying to elevate ourselves, but we still may be surrounded by family that are not there, that are nowhere near there, that still may have this crab in a bucket mentality. Let me know if I'm speaking to you or this resonates with you. But basically, it's a bit of us waking up, but a lot of us we're not there yet. And it still causes a huge vibration for us as Black people to be able to get ahead as a race. Okay? So basically, the subconscious mind runs deep. And that is the reason why a lot of our manifestations does not happen immediately. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing these rituals, we are quantum jumping, we are asking, maybe a Ganesh, like the elephant that I'm wearing, um, Saint Expedite, or working with Shiva or Krishna, or even working with Jesus Christ, because at the end of the day, Jesus Christ is also a ascended master. He is a deity in the spiritual world. So it doesn't matter who you work with. But what I'm saying is, it still takes a level of your belief system to even have this happen for you. Okay. So you might have an altar spread out. You may have, um, affirmations and things on the walls. But if your subconscious does not believe it and it battles your conscious mind, then it probably won't manifest for you as soon as someone else's may manifest, because your subconscious mind is winning that battle. Okay. So basically, what I'm doing is trying to explain the subconscious to you and how it takes a part in stopping a lot of things that we want to happen in life. Like, I wanted to do this exercise with you all that I want you all to try, and I will get it written up today for homework. I want you to write down 10 subconscious, well, 10 things that you feel like are subconscious blocks. So, for instance, you can ask, what am I afraid of? And write down, like, really think about it, dig deep, like, write down, what am I afraid of? What is it in my life that I've wanted to do, but I've never done? I always said I want to do it, but for some reason, I get stopped. You know what I mean? So maybe your fear is that you're scared of organization. You know, that's a weird fear to have, but some people are. So basically, like that. And then once you figure out what the fear is, go deeper into the fear. Why are you afraid of organization? Does being too organized mean you don't have time for anything else but that? Hey, ladies, come on in. We are finally live. I'm so sorry that this is the first day that we're actually live, but I'm so happy and so blessed to have all of you ladies here, and the patience that you've had with me through this week is amazing. So thank you all so much. I truly appreciate it. And I'm looking over here in the little comment box if you see me looking over there. Um, so how has everyone been dealing with retrograde? Anything out of the ordinary happen? I know it has for me. Good Lord. Our neighbor's roof actually flooded, so water got into our house. So we are temporarily at the Hilton. I blame retrograde. Anybody else? All right. So we talked about money blocks. Well, we talked about relationship blocks. Um, it works the same way with money blocks, basically. If you grew up struggling or have family who struggled, more than likely in the back of your subconscious mind, you're going to feel like you too are going to struggle. You may be that one that wants to elevate away from the struggle, but If you're still dealing with the struggle, then that means your subconscious mind is winning. Okay? So now that I got that out, Latoya said, I've been good, but I keep losing minor things and tech issues. Yeah, I understand that, Latoya. I've lost my keys 3 times this week. Um, and I don't know if it's just having the baby. So she has so much stuff that we have to put into the car and get her here, there, doctor's appointments, and all of that. And it's a lot. So I feel like I can't keep up with anything right now. Has anybody else been experiencing retrograde? Okay. So now I want to talk to you about how to remove those subconscious blocks, things that you can do to constantly make sure you are not allowing yourself um, to be blocked by this subconscious block, and make sure that your conscious mind is always the winner over the subconscious mind. Okay? Kiana said, I've been misunderstood lately, makes me want to just hush till retrograde is over. You know what, Kiana? Sometimes just keeping your thoughts to yourself and your higher self is the best thing to do. You know, especially when you are exerting, when you start waking up, you do want to tell people, you want to get people to understand where you're coming from. And a lot of times they're just not there. Like, you are one of the special ones that I believe is the 144,000 people that's actually spoke about in the Bible. Retrograde is definitely kicking my ass. Energy is low, been tired. I understand, Mariah. It's been like that for me too. Like, I had this big plan and it's been going awry, but it's like, I have to also affirm that things are going to work out in my favor all the time. And if we keep affirming those things, even in the midst of a retrograde, we can we can triumph. Does this make sense? All right. So when we are trying to remove a subconscious block, this is part of one of the hardest parts of your spiritual journey. You're going to feel that way because it is not surface work. I really think when the witches, I don't really feel like I'm a witch. I call myself an alchemist. But when the witches or the brujas are talking about shadow work, this is what they're talking about. So if you did not know, it is doing the self heart work. It is going deep. It is going into that space that you have blocked out. You know, I talked to, and I'm going to go there with you because we're all ladies and we're all grown. But a lot of people message me about sexual abuse, as a child, just how that has manifested in their lives today. Or some people or will tell me that they have just completely blocked it, but they feel like it's something that they need to confront. um it's always difficult for me to go there because I that was not my situation. I did have a um well, I would say molested by an older child, and I myself blocked that out when I was little. I just, I forgot about it. So when a lot of women are telling me their stories, to me, it's like, oh, really? Like, that happened to you? I forget that that happened to me because I blocked it out. But this could be causing some type of issue in my life today. Okay. So when I am working with training you all, I'm also teaching and working on myself because each and every time that I go live, I ask for God to um, give me the knowledge to be able to speak to you all and also connect to my higher self. So I'm also healing myself as I'm working on trying to help heal you ladies. I completely blocked that out of my life, but it could be the reason why in my relationship today, like, I stay to myself a lot. I'm quiet. I don't always want to talk. I like being in my own mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be causing some type of issue that I've never faced. So the point I'm trying to make is You have to delve deep and face whatever it is that you feel like is blocking you from complete success or being the person that you really want to be. You have to make sure, um, like you're writing it down and you're ballooning out even your responses, if that makes sense. You know how when you were in school, elementary school, you would do the bubble chart. Come up with a bubble chart of things that are holding you back, and then delve into why they're holding you back. So face whatever demon it is. At the end of the day, that's what demons are. When people talk about demons, they're not always in a sense of a spiritual sense or physical sense. Your demons are um, created by you, things that you fear, things that manifest that you fear. That's what a demon is. So you have to face it. This is how you free yourself from this block. And then once you have faced it and you understand, um, well, you may not completely understand yet, but once you have faced the demon and you have that realization that this is what's causing me to be held back, then you start rewriting the story. Okay? So this is rewiring your brain. Once you have mastered rewiring your brain, excuse me, that's kind of a tongue twister. um, this is how you're able to create a new life, and that new life will be reflected so fast. You all have probably have done it many a times with many of things and not even known it. Like if you've ever wanted a really great job and you applied your mind there and you saw yourself having the job, it is maybe not your dream job, but it's a job that you wanted to manifest and you got it. You know, this is somehow you remove the subconscious block that kept you from getting it in the first place or kept you from being in that position. Maybe your fear before applying to that job was that you didn't think you were qualified enough. Other people there may have master degrees and you just have an associate's or you didn't go to college. Does this make sense? So you were able to remove that block, apply, and actually got the job. This is you triumphing over your subconscious mind. Okay? So that point is start rewriting and rewiring how your brain sees a problem. So instead of I am afraid of being in committed relationships because they don't work out for me or is something wrong for with me, you know what I mean? You would change it into I am deserving of a beautiful relationship. First off with myself and then with someone else. I am able to fully commit to relationships. You know? So you would start stating what it is that you want to state in order to live that life, if that makes sense. Step into that. Just like what I talked about yesterday in the previous video, how I talked about you have to live in that moment. That's another way to actually be able to triumph the subconscious mind. So even if it's a hard one, I feel like money I keep going back to because money is something that many of us feel that we lack. Okay. Um, Again, when I was talking about how rich people stay rich, you know how you've heard that quote, the rich get richer? They do. I'm looking at the comments. The reason why they get richer is because they already know they're worthy of whatever it is that they're receiving. They don't like, you know how Monique made that big deal on Netflix about not being paid enough? Like, I think she was offered, I think they offered her at least $1 million. I'm not sure, but maybe they offered her less. But she knew her worth. So she turned down that money. Has most of us were thinking, well, Monique, you haven't been in any TV lately. Why would you turn down that type of money? We would take it, but we're not rich. We don't know the type of money she's attracted in her life where she feels that she's here and she deserves more money. So what I'm saying is The rich are rich because they know their worth. Their subconscious mind believes that they should have this type of money coming in. So it's constantly coming in high abundance. Whereas regular people, we work so hard for our dollar. You know, we believe in the American dream, hard work, go to work, retire, you know, and that's kind of a systematic thing that keeps us from being able to achieve what we really should achieve. It keeps us from being a part of that 1%. Okay, so they know what they're doing there. That's also like a collective subconscious. If you're seeing that on TV, like if you're watching the news, like say the news is on right now in where I am, and it's constantly talking about bad things or lack or um, murder or crime, just things going on that are so negative, that gets into your being. That also contributes to the fears that goes to your subconscious mind, okay, and creates all new blocks for you. So you really have to keep yourself grounded. You really have to, again, going back to yesterday's video, this is all about manifestation. Keeping yourself grounded means surrounding yourself with high vibrational people, listening to high vibrational television. If you're going to watch television, watching something like this that's going to teach you how to raise your vibration, you know, um, listening to music at 432 gigahertz. This is also a way to rise your vibration naturally. Okay. Even down to social media, you know, when you're looking at your phone all the time, you're taking in what's in your phone. Good, bad, happy, sad, you're taking all that in. Okay. So this also goes to your subconscious, books you read, things you run across on the internet. You have to protect all of that when you're trying to work on removing a subconscious block. Like, for instance, if you are scared to fly on a plane, you've never been on a plane, you see people all the time booking flights all the time, no problem, getting to their destination. But for some reason, you believe the day you get on the plane, it's gonna drop out the sky, you know? And that is a that is a block. That is a block that will hold you back from ever experiencing flight. And it's a bad thing because you should totally experience it. You should experience all that life has to offer. But because your subconscious block is so strong, it is triumphing over your conscious beliefs, you know? So, in order to change that, you have to change how you think about it. Go deep as to why you're scared to fly, okay? And then once you've confronted it, start changing how you see flight. You know, I would like to fly, or I am going to fly because I want to see the world. You know, things of that nature help your subconscious mind chill out a bit. It's only there to protect you. That's what it thinks it's doing. Um, there was some note that I wanted to share with you. Okay. So yes, just a little bit more about it. Early childhood experiences are what shapes our subconscious beliefs. Okay, so this is why it's daily work for you. Like, you're not gonna. I wouldn't say that you're gonna be able to remove your subconscious blocks in less than 30 days. You know what I mean? The reason why I say this is because you may not even know that you have it. You know, sometimes it's so deep. And like I said, once you write it down and you really get serious about doing it, like whenever you ladies have time to do it, I recommend you do it. But because I would say you need a good hour, hour to two, to just write down everything that you wanted to do, and then maybe bubble out what stopped you from doing it. Or if it's more of a social thing, what's holding you back here? Why is it holding you back? You have to go and deal with it. And then once you deal with it, you start checking it at the door every time you notice it coming. Okay, so for instance, if again with the flight, the day you've managed to book your flight, you haven't made it to the airport yet, but the day of your flight, you are making up excuses. Oh, well, I heard the weather's changed there. It's going to be cold. You know, basically those little things, maybe not saying it to yourself, but hearing those little thoughts are your subconscious mind trying a little bit more before you go for the gusto, basically. So, this is why it's daily work, because even me, I know this, but I still revert. I'll still let a thought that is not in the same alignment as what I want to do hold me back from something. It's just fear based. Okay? So let me see what else I wanted to tell you about that. All right. So lastly, in regards to removing the subconscious block, is trusting the process of it. Understanding that shadow work does involve you going deep within yourself and facing yourself. This week, we're going to be doing, not this week, but next week, we're going to be doing a group meditation where you actually it's going to be a guided meditation. So I'm going to do it with you, but we're going to actually get to go inside. I don't know if you all have ever had a really deep um, meditation, but you feel like you're floating and you are literally just dealing with yourself. So all the emotions, all the things that are coming to your mind first, this is where you get to see that highway of the subconscious and the conscious mind. You get to see it because those words, doubt, afraid, fear, they're flying by while you're deep in that meditation. Okay? So we're going to be doing subconscious work all throughout this 6 week course because it is the biggest thing that I want you all to understand and learn. If you don't take anything from this course, you take how to deal with your subconscious mind away because that is going to continue to project you out how your life is going to go. I know most of you are here because you've awakened, you're feeling strange, you're seeing numbers, well, you may be seeing numbers, or developing new psychic gifts, um just feeling extremely intuitive, you know just really on a search to who you are. You're not here by coincidence. So that's already you triumphing over your subconscious mind as it is because you're stepping out into the unknown. This is the unknown. Literally, this is the unknown. You can't go find this stuff in a book. You know, Mariah said, trusting the process. That's where I am right now. Yes, Mariah, we are all there. I don't care if you are the highest guru of there is. You know what I mean? Like that there is, excuse me. Unless you're some type of Tibetan monk, that has gotten themselves to this level of just being so in tune with self, they know they can do anything. Latoya said, I keep feeling stuff touch me. Right. You're waking up. This is the alarm for us. For the people that are going through this, and it's a lot of people. I don't know how many of people it is total, but a lot of people are going through this awakening. Like for me, it happened about 6 years ago where I really had to pay attention. That is why you're here, because you're at the point where you really had to pay attention. Like, this is crazy. What is going on with me? Am I losing it? No. The alarm that your soul set with source, whoever you want to call it, God, the creator, the most high, is trying to say, well, it's time for me to handle my business while I'm on this earth. It's time for me to get to work with the inner work. And I told you all before in a live that this is just what I believe. I believe if you've been awakened right now, or if you're going through an awakening, it's because our souls, us particularly, are tired of going through the process of having to keep coming back. Yes, to keep coming back, because I don't know if you know, but that's what a soul does. It keeps coming back to this planet, to this consciousness. And the reason why it has to keep coming back there in the astral realm, there are higher spiritual beings, and that is basically what judgment day is. It's you judging yourself. It's you standing in front of a basically a movie screen of your life with your guardians, your spiritual team watching your life. Nothing up there is judging you. We judge ourselves. Okay. So when people talk about hell, and I know I'm drifting off, but I'm making a point. Okay. When people talk about hell, it's a mental hell. It's a hell that people take themselves to when they're in the spiritual realm. If you're talking about heaven, it's because that soul feels that it completed its vibrational work, and it's so high in its vibration, it knows it deserves to go to heaven, and that's where the soul will go. Okay. However, you're only there for a period of time. If you have not completed your soul's journey, you have to keep coming back here. So most of us have came back a lot. So I truly feel that this is why I'm gonna, because we're doing, what day are we doing our readings? It's gonna be week 3 where I'll be doing past life readings with you all of you, live. Um, so you're gonna get to figure out how many times you've been here. You know what I mean? And I really feel like if you are one of these people feeling what you're feeling, dealing what you're dealing with as an awakening person or woke person or whatever you want to call it. I don't even call it woke. I'm just gonna call it aware. Okay? Because woke, they are taking that word and trying to make it trendy, and it's just like, this is not a game. You know what I mean? Like this is your life. But basically what I'm saying is I feel like that is our soul trying to communicate with source and let source know, all right, I'm done. I'm done this over and over. What do I got to do to get into the alignment so I can go be an ascended master like Jesus Christ, Ganesha? You know, there's a lot of ascended masters. Basically, these are higher astral deities. People, they're not all people, but some of them lived before, and they just got themselves to doing all of God's work that, which people complicate what life is about. Okay, but life is all about love. It is all about, look, in 333 it froze on that time, so I know that that's God backing me up. It's all about love. Okay, and giving love. That is our lessons here. We are supposed to be serving each other. um, that's just what we're supposed to be doing. So if you have knowledge, you are supposed to be giving it out. Yeah, you've been here many a times. And for you specifically, Kayla, I'm seeing 5. So your soul is revealing to me that you've been here about 5 times. And you specifically, or your soul, could be at the point where it feels like it's ready to go ahead and fulfill its earthly task. Not anything scary, just what I'm saying is do what the purpose was for the soul. Like, I feel like I'm doing what my soul's purpose is because I too am awakened, and maybe my soul is like, I'm tired of coming back here. I'm clearly not doing what I'm supposed to do. I have to keep coming to this world that is so corrupt. Tracy, for some reason I'm seeing 4 for you, you know. So some people are newer souls than others. Some people have been here hundreds of times. Some people come down to just do work. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna tell you what it is because I think you should know, especially if you're trying to come from religion to just being spiritual. We are not judged in the spiritual realm. Okay, I've been there many of times. We are not judged. I wouldn't say that it's purgatory, Latoya. It is what we created to be. So because I do feel that, and we're going to do more research on that too. I'll let you know where I have that understanding from. Our specific ancestors, I don't know if you've ever read the book of Enoch, but our specific ancestors were created from angels, basically mixing with the women here on earth. Okay, and it created a race that was basically sinned because basically they wasn't supposed to do that based on the book of Enoch. I don't know if you've ever read it. This is one of the lost Bibles. This is one of the lost books in the Bible. Does anybody know about the book of Enoch? It's over like 24 lost books, but it's a reason why they took that out. They didn't want you to know. But that this race has felt, and I'm not talking about black people, I mean the race of the human race has kind of been deemed as sinners or born of sinners. Okay. So that is why we project life the way we project life. Like, if we understood the power that we have within, we could sprout wings. Seriously, you know? But our we don't believe that we can do that. So that is the reason why it doesn't happen. So this is why the soul has to keep coming back because the soul has not fulfilled whatever its earthly job is. To whenever it goes and get judged by it, go and judge itself, it feels like my job has been done. Okay? Um, and that is basically how it works. That is how it works. So I do feel like that is the reason why we are waking up at this rate because this particular set of souls is tired of the crap. You know what I mean? Just wanting to raise its vibration and be closer to source. That is what the soul's journey is all about. It's all about being closer, getting back to source. We are here, source, the creator, it's way up here. And we just try to get some of its energy. Source is within us, but our soul wants to be near it. If that is our father, or if you see it as a feminine source or whatever you see it as, our soul is trying to get back to it. It can't get there until it's fulfilled its earthly duties. Okay? So, like Jesus Christ, or, like there's a ton of deities, but I always reference Jesus Christ because it's one of the ones that I know you all would know about, is right along there with his father or source because he raised his vibration high enough. Not because he died on a cross, but because he went and freed his mind. Okay, he raised all his chakras, they aligned. He did good for the world. He spreaded love that's still going today. You don't have to be religious to understand this because I'm not religious either, but this is what I understand. And he specifically is with Source, the creator. Okay? So, all that going back to subconscious beliefs. I'm sorry, my ear was really bothering me. Um, you have to really unlock what those are, okay? Because that is a part of your soul's work also. If your soul's purpose has something to do with maybe you want to be a writer, but you're afraid that no one's going to read your material, something is holding you back from stepping out there, you know? So you may have to come back because you didn't do what your soul intended. It's so many levels as to why You need to figure out what your subconscious blocks are. Again, it is a sin to be broke. The Creator, the Most High, you want to call it, okay? That big energy that loves us so much did not create us for us to be in lack of any way. We are not supposed to live in lack. We are not supposed to live unhappily. Period. So, whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself closer to living the way you should be living, do that. Don't let those subconscious blocks hinder your life anymore. If you want to start a business, you should have a business plan. That's you taking the step, like we talked about in the previous video. Taking the step to get closer to the goal, to help out the manifestation. He doesn't need your help. However, that is you providing collateral. That is you doing the inner work for yourself and not just expecting it to be done on your behalf and you do nothing. How can you learn from that, right? I hope I'm making sense, ladies. Mariah, what did you say? My twin flame said he thinks Jesus came here to. I didn't see the end of your comment. Tracy, you said, I feel like my Christian background is a lie sometimes. You know, Tracy, I felt that way too. You know what I mean? So when I went to go and find religion, when I went to try to go and understand why I was taught this, it showed me a lot of things. I was shown that my ancestors, our ancestors, number one, most of them were already native to this land. Okay? The Moors mixed with the natives people here, and it was already Black people on this land. All right? And a lot of them were not practicing Christianity. They were practicing the religion of their ancestors, which was voodoo. Okay? So, being that my ancestors, our ancestors, were taught a whole new religion, were forced to practice that religion, you know, or they will be killed, raped, you know, forced to do work, more work. They had to accept it. They had to fear it. It was taught to us to be feared of. We had to, I'm sorry, our ancestors had to basically lose everything that they understood about their religion and take on this pale-faced person religion, you know, and they vocalized it to our ancestors how they wanted, how their perception of it was. That is why you can see that there's a reference of slavery in the Bible that they actually used against our ancestors. They taught our ancestors to be docile and give up, you know. So the point I'm making with that is you got to delve deeper than just Christianity. Go deeper, because once you go deeper, you will find that Jesus Christ was a real person. Okay. um yes, Kayla, he was a real person. He did walk this earth, but the way that it was taught to us was not the way that it everything happened. Okay. And he's validating his angel number is 444. But that is not the way it happened. Jesus had a life. Jesus was living his best life until he decided he wanted to ascend his soul. Okay? And he learned how to balance his chakras. It's not even in the Bible that he went to the Tibetan mountains to study meditation with monks to learn how to balance all of his chakras. This is how he rose from the dead. Oh, y'all, it gets deep. I'm going to put y'all on. It's like a little off the subject, but all I'm saying is the religious aspect of it, I don't know how truth it was, because The religious part is someone's perception of it. Okay? Spiritual is your understanding and what resonates of it, part of it. Okay? So, yeah. You'll hear me reference some things from Christianity sometimes because that is my background, although I don't claim Christianity today. I'm just spiritual. Religion is taught, so they told us anything. Mariah says, I see 444 all the time. 444, we're going to get into numerology too. 444 is your angel number. It is Jesus. That is his astral number. Okay? That means he's near. You might have prayed earlier that day. I also see that as an alarm. Hey, wake up, get yourself together. Whatever you're thinking about, either it's going to validate it or it's going to alarm you that that's a bad thought. 444 is Jesus's energy. 333, how many of you see 333? That is the Holy Trinity number. That is the alignment of Father, Son, and your spirit. Okay? And Holy Ghost. That is your Trinity. It just means that your angels, your spiritual teams are right with you when you are seeing that number. Right. And that whatever you've been praying or trying to manifest is going to manifest for you. But you still have to do the work. I think so many people forget that you still have to do the work. Like I said, the subconscious work. Okay? Removing doubt, trusting the process, being self aware, organizing. That is the message for you ladies tonight. It is, like I said, probably the most important part of manifestation. Since that this week was manifestation week, you had to learn about subconscious mind. And I have another chapter about it that we go even deeper, but it's necessary. And when you do start going even deeper, like I talked about in a live before, your spiritual journey, thank you, Tracy, is not always going to be beautiful. It's not always going to be angel numbers and cupcakes. 5 and 6 has followed you your whole life. Wow. 5 is a number of change, Dia. 6 has to do with evolvement. So if you're seeing that around, you probably had a lot of change in your life, a lot of things to kind of just happen suddenly that you had to adjust to. 444. Okay, Kayla. That is Jesus's energy. So whenever you see 444, think of Jesus. I'm looking over there thinking of. So 1111 is a gateway. Okay, that's another number that I've seen for my entire life. Well, no, I'm sorry, that is such a lie. Not my entire life, but about 6 years ago since I woke up. Okay, that is your gateway. That means you are aligned with the universe. So you see how the ones look at it. Everyone, look at the little comment section. You see how there's a doorway? It looks like a doorway in each space. That is how I see 1111 as a doorway. Either you can step in or to your higher self, or you can step back, to your lower self or your unaware self. All right. So always pay attention to that number. Tracy said 3 and 9 are the numbers that I see. 3s are very important, Tracy. It means things are happening fast for you and in abundance. Things should be lining up in your life. Those 3 and 9 hold the same vibration. All right. It means things should be lining up pretty good. It feels like you're in a good space right now. That's what I'm getting from you. Maybe feeling satisfied with life right now. So 3s kind of let you know that things are going the way you're planning it, or that in the near future, things are going to be going the way that you foresee it, that you've been manifesting. Okay? Just looking down at my list, making sure I've covered everything. All right. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a manifestation ritual. I don't know if all of you all have been able to see like the homework area, the assignment. I did want you to try to manifest a person to your life that you have not talked to in quite some time. All right, whether you fell out with that person, or you just lost, you and that person just lost communication. It doesn't matter who the person is, but I don't know if you saw it, but I'll tell you what it is again. So you would think of the person, hold the person in your thought for about 17 seconds, okay? And then think of how it's going to feel to know that that person contacted you. It doesn't have to be a good feeling, it can be a bad feeling. Maybe you're angry, maybe you're surprised, maybe this is the time when you're going to tell that person off like you wanted to, like you got unfinished business with them, or it makes you feel good. It made you feel, it warms your heart. So visualization with the feeling, you're putting that together. And then also take it a step further with the visualization. And see the person writing you, maybe texting you, writing you on Snapchat, or finding a way to communicate with you, emailing you, writing you on Facebook, maybe coming to your house. You know what I mean? See how exactly you want this person to make their contact with you. Put it along with the first visualization, the feeling, and then you let that go. Oh, give yourself an allotted time to attract that person to you. I've been getting responses to the homework because it's been up for about 2 days, that some of you are already manifesting these people to your lives. So this is me just teaching you how to strengthen your manifestation muscle, because I want to get everybody to the point where they're manifesting large sums of money, that you trust yourself to manifest and allow this type of money to come into your life. But before you can do that, you have to know that you're capable of doing it. Okay? So if I can get you to be as strong and powerful enough to manifest a person, this will put you all closer to feeling like I do have this power. I can manifest anything. Okay? Mariah said, so I accidentally manifested my ex. I thought about 3 people, didn't even mean to think about him. So whoever you manifest first is the person that still has a spot in your life somewhere, Miss Mariah. Okay? So he probably is somewhere lodged in your subconscious mind, something that you haven't let go of yet. Like, I'm feeling like it's a good 10% there still, that you're dealing with, or not really dealing with. Um, that's the person that's going to appear first to you. Okay? The other people may come too, but they may come a little later. But somewhere you believe or you wanted him to contact you. So that's just what I'm thinking. Why he manifested first. Okay? Um, but yes, ladies. So if you could do that, I just would like for you to just, let me know within 5 days if maybe you've seen a person that looks like that person, or see a person that looked like the person, or maybe you're talking to someone and they bring that person up, or you randomly are scrolling down your timeline, you see that person's name. These are all signs that you are manifesting the manifestation closer to you. 1%. That's funny. That is funny. But your subconscious mind does not think so. That's why you got to delve deep. What's going on? Subconscious mind, that you brought this man up first. That's what I mean. It sometimes you're you're not gonna know with some things, you're not gonna realize you're still dealing with them. Okay? Um, that's why you gotta write down your fears and be able to go deep into it. All right? And then too, like I said, Friday we are doing the vision board. So I did put a little supply list up in the classroom announcements. You need a whiteboard. Just something maybe as big as that picture. If you can find some magazine clippings or newspaper clippings, or if you have a printer, a color printer, print some things out from Pinterest or whatever. We are making intentional vision boards. Okay. I find my vision boards to be really effective because of the way that I situate them. So I'm going to teach you how to do that, because how things are situated on your vision board is bringing your subconscious mind to understanding that, it's tricking your subconscious mind. Seeing it every day is one thing, but like, say, for instance, if I said I wanted to buy a house that was $500,000, right? I know that I need to have at least an 800 credit score or beyond, but my credit score is a 730. I know that I have to get my credit score up to get closer to there. So on my vision board, I would put raise my credit score. I will have something to do with raising my credit score above getting the house. Okay, so credit score, house. So basically, as you are aligning things on your vision boards, you're going to be creating how your life is going to go. But so doing it so it tricks your mind that it makes sense to your subconscious, and then it'll start connecting to your life physically. Trust me, it does. It works for me every time. So that's what we're going to be doing on Friday together. Um, I'm sorry. And then let's see what else. So also, I did tell you all about the crystals. I think I put it in the classroom board, on the classroom board, excuse me. So you are going to need a couple of crystals, because during Crystal Week, which is I think week 3, I don't have my itinerary in front of me. I'm sorry. I'm going to be teaching you all about crystals. So I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to read your comment in a second, Mariah. How to cleanse them, how to activate them. Like, I like to activate mine on full moons. Um, if I can't activate it on a full moon, I'll still set it out when the moon is like nice and you can see most of it, like a waxing moon or a harvest moon. Um, I'm going to teach you how to activate them, because it's more than just buying them. You have to get them to work with your energy, and this is how they produce whatever energy that you're asking to be produced. Okay? So if you cannot find any crystals, because I did say, I'm sorry, if you already have them, good. Um, if you don't have them and there is a metaphysical store in your town or your city, go to the store and choose something that your intuition wants you to choose. Don't choose anything because you saw on the internet like rose quartz going to bring me love. No, choose where your intuition goes. I don't care if the stone is just not even cute, because some crystals aren't that pretty. But if you're drawn to it first, that's what you need. That's what your soul needs. All right. So if there is no store in your area, or you don't have time to order one, you can use marbles in its place, just for the sake of the practice. Okay, so I did want to tell you all that. All right, Mariah said, oh my God, maybe I didn't care, but I believe he'd contact me. While I doubt the other 2 people would, does that make sense? Yes. That's that's exactly what I was trying to tell you, Mariah. You, somewhere in your subconscious mind, you're okay with him contacting you, or maybe slightly even wanted him to. You may not know that. Your conscious mind may not try to create that. Your conscious mind is trying to get away from him. But your subconscious mind is still dealing with something. It may not be him specifically, or it might have been something that he offered, maybe something in his character that it's shielding you from. I'm not sure. When I do the readings, I'd be able to help you. I want y'all to throw me subjects when I do the readings. Okay. So, ladies, we are at 60 minutes. Do you all have any questions for me? Let me know if you have any questions. So, I will be trying to. I'm sorry, I keep checking on the baby. I will be trying to go live um same time every day. It's just hard for me to do that. And I from what I see, because there's 60 people in our class. I did tell you all I let a few more people in just based on, promises to pay and things like that, and it just filled up too quickly. So it's 60 of us here. But it's only 13 of us in the live. So I know that I don't have to go live every day at 8 o'clock, but I did try to want to establish some type of consistency. So are you all okay with me going live different times of the late afternoon? Thank you, Latoya. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you all are enjoying the class. Like I said, this is something new that I'm doing. Like I said, this is a part of me fulfilling my soul's work. I have this knowledge and I want to share it. And when I do share it, I want you all to go out and share your perception of it because you're waking other people up. You know what I mean? Like it's a chain reaction, especially and I want to start with our people. Okay. Dia said, how do you know if the crystal is meant for you to have? So it's the first one that you're drawn to. So I want to grab one for you all real quick. Give me just a second. I'm gonna grab one and I'm gonna tell you what it means. Okay. So like this one right here. This is a Niper. Um, it is a protection stone. Hope you all can see it. Okay. But it's nothing beautiful about this crystal. Okay. So you may when you're going into the when you're going to examine crystals, if your mind goes here first, your eye goes here first, this is what you're supposed to have, some sort of protection. Okay. But if you see a rose quartz, you can get that too, but go where your intuition is leading you to go. Or you can actually say it. Hey, higher self, would you please show me, direct me to which crystal I need to have? And it's going to take you right to it. The first one you pick up is which one you're supposed to intuitively have. Does that make sense, Dia? All right. Um, Miss Yvonne said, I made a vision board months ago, but do you want it to be a new vision board for this class? No, if you already have a vision board, you can keep it. How is it manifesting for you? Do you feel like it's working? Because if it's working for you, I don't want to break something that's not, I don't want to change something that's not broken and working for your subconscious. You also said, I also have crystals. I've had them for a minute. Okay. Are they just sitting around or are you able to have them on your person so they get to know you? Crystals work off your energy. They're little energy crystals. They hold an energy of whichever type of situation that you're needing. So with this one, it's protection. It's just a stone that I think most people should have. Any type of black stone is protection for you. In this crazy world, you want to keep that on your arsenal. You know how people keep guns on them? Get you some black stones, okay? That is protection enough. This was great. I love the live. Thank you, Kayla. I'm so happy that you all are enjoying yourselves. Okay. Mariah said, that's fine with me. Week 2, this was great. Thank you. I appreciate this. And the different times work for me. Okay. Not this time, but I manifested about 80%. Yes. Yes, Yvonne. So that means you all see that her vision board is working. Your you are already at a place where your subconscious mind believes that you are deserving of the things on your vision board. I mean, some people put castles on their vision board. Like, where are you going to get a castle from? You know what I mean? Like, they're just doing things to make it pretty, or they're not clear with the intent. So it in their subconscious mind does not believe they're going to live in a castle. So that never manifests. So I always tell people to stick to a little bit more when you're starting out than what you believe. So, say if, let me give you an example of that. Like I said, going back to the house, you want a house that's 500,000, right? Bring it down to 300,000 just to put on the manifestation board because your subconscious mind may believe that you can attract three before you attract five. Okay? And then once you attract it, because it's still more than you probably thought you were going to get. Okay. I use them when I meditate though. Good. Okay. Mine are sitting around. Okay. So if they're sitting around, that's where I was going with that. If they're sitting around and you never touch them, you never make contact with them, then how are they supposed to help you? They don't know you. So they're just like plants. It doesn't look like a plant. You don't have to water it, but you do have to water it with your energy. Okay. So it needs to know you. That's why some people, say they put crystals in their bra. I'm not putting any hard crystals in my bra because, first of all, that hurts. But I will have it on my person. Like I will wear it on my purse, that's close to me. Or I do have some that's specific to like employment and work. I have them sitting on my desk at work and I hold them every day. I do a quick meditation before I start my job just so I get all this energy of good sales and protection from, you know, anything with involving a problem with my job or you know what I mean? So you want to make contact with them on a daily basis if you can. Also, crystals do require some maintenance, so you do have to activate them. We're going to delve deeper into that on I was told it was week 2, so thank you. Um, Week 2, we're going to delve deeper into how crystals work, how to activate them, what's the best way, clean them with rainwater or, clean them with the moonlight, how to keep them activated. Because another thing, if you have them just sitting around, they're not activated. But you can activate it by getting it, you can rub it in your hand and let that energy build up. That heat that you feel is a part of your energy. It'll activate the crystal. Okay? So that's me going side note again. Let me see if I have any more questions. Latoya said, I have my crystals in my purse. Does that count? Yes, that does count. I keep mine in my purse too. Tracy said, my last crystals I bought were indigo, gravel, and moonstone. Beautiful crystals. I named my daughter middle name. One of her middle names was her dad had to have two. One of her middle names is indigo, and that is the stone that we actually have ordered for her, like to go as a necklace when she gets a little bigger. So beautiful stone. I love moonstone too. So, are there any more questions before I get off here tonight? I was trying to give you ladies some extra because I know I am so behind on actual lives. So, but yes, I completely appreciate all of you dolls being here, supporting me, paying for the class, entrusting the knowledge that I have. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. It is the most humbling thing I think I've ever been through. So thank you again. At the end of this course, I do have certificates made for each and every one of you. Oh, I missed the question. Hold on. I think that was Miss Lynn. Where did it go? Sorry, I was trying to read some comments. I think Miss Lynn said that does the vision boards have to have pictures? Did you say that? I can't see your question for some reason. Oh, do the vision boards have to be pictures or can you write it down? It's based on how you are, what type of learner you are. If you are a visual learner, so you need to see yourself in it to make the manifestation get a bit closer to you, then I would say use pictures. If you're someone that can manifest just fine with just writing things out, then yeah, get beautiful words. So I hope that does answer your questions. However, it makes you feel. So when you, because with your vision board, with the intentional vision boards, I want you all to be able to look at it every single day. Looking at it every day imprints a picture in your mind, okay? And the universe is going to start working on a way to bring it closer to you. That is a quantum jump. Without quantum jumping, that is the universe carving out that path for you to get there. It's just not as quick as a next day thing like what a quantum jump claims to do. It's more spaced out. Okay? All right. So I think that may be all the questions. Y'all, I am so happy that Dream let me get this live done. I was like, really, when my man told me he had to go back to work? Okay. Mine are on my altar, but I charged them with the last moon. Okay, good. Kiana said, thanks, Kiana. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, Kiana. I love your name, by the way. You're so white, Green. Thank you so much, Tracy. And look, y'all, it's 1 11 11. So it sat there for a while too. You may notice that if you're seeing numbers, that they'll literally sit there for a while until it catches your attention, and then it changes. Is that just me? Who notices that? All right. But I thank you all for being here. Again, this is going to be recorded, and I'm going to put this in our class. So you'll always be able to come back to this. What you paid for is lifetime access to, first of all, lifetime access to being my friends, because all of y'all are my new friends. Okay? I have so many friends now. And then just plenty of access to this channel and the material that you're learning. Okay? And oh yeah, I was saying that you're gonna get completion certificates when you get through with the class. I've already whipped them up for all of you all, and it's gonna be sent to your email. Okay. All right. So again, ladies, if you all whenever you have time, to do that assignment, if you could, so I can know how you're manifesting. Because when I do get to the point where we're doing the big group money manifestation for all of us, because it is so much money in this universe, money is an infinite energy. It is so much, it is not running out. They want to tell you on the news that it's running out. It is not. Money is infinite, it is energy, it is not even paper. Okay? Don't let them tell you that. Do not let them tell you that. It's a lie. They tell you that to get into your subconscious, to tell you that there is not enough money for all of us. It is more than enough money for each of us to get money, okay? And to be rich and abundant and however you want to live. So, yes, I want to be able to teach you all how to free your subconscious blocks so that you can get your inheritance, so that you can get your abundance, okay? You all are so welcome. You all have a great night, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Love and light. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why it's not ending, but you all can log off.